One of the biggest movements that you'll hear about today is conscious capitalism. And there's a lot that goes with that. One obvious piece is, what do we as a business do for the good of the world in addition to being profitable as a business and profitable for our shareholders? But another part of that is, are we conscious in how we're dealing with our team members, how we're dealing with the minions all the way to the top senior management? Are we treating them like human beings? So the old leadership model of a dictator who is the know-it-all, who is the expert in the room, isn't what works in this day and age, because you can't grow a company being the only person in the room who's smart. You have to surround yourself with people that are better, that are smarter, and then let them thrive. And to let them thrive, there has to be a human connection, there has to be a trust, there has to be an open dialogue about what works and, more importantly, what doesn't work, so that it can be changed and we can grow and improve. So when there isn't trust, people posture, people pretend, people don't admit their weaknesses. They talk about each other, not to each other, and that creates more mistrust. They avoid conflict, or the conflict is unhealthy. They don't commit to things, they pretend to commit, but they don't necessarily leave having been convinced because there wasn't a real argument. And the more work I've been doing with vulnerability and emotional intelligence, the more I realize vulnerability is the key to unlocking relationships. Any relationship that you can think of that you're not happy with, it's because one or both parties is not being vulnerable. Well, first is take some risks. What am I willing to risk to show my weaknesses, to show my vulnerabilities, to show my soft spots? Because I'm going to lead the way. Second is to be open to allow other people to make mistakes and show their vulnerabilities. If people learn that when they share a mistake they're going to get slapped or fired, they're going to hide their mistakes. And instead of learning and improving, we're going to lose to the competition. The third thing is to create a culture that says, this is what we're about. This is how we treat one another. We deal with one another directly. We don't backstab. And that then permeates with how we deal with our customers also. It's a whole culture of transparency.